Hi there. It's February 9th and time for Proverbs 9. So, now this is the last chapter before the actual Proverbs of Solomon. And as he begun every chapter before, he's talking about wisdom's call or invitation. Why we need wisdom. Right? He spends 9 chapters talking about this, so it's important. So, let's go. Wisdom has built her house. She has hewn out her 7 pillars. She has prepared her food and mixed her wine. She has also set her table. She has sent out her maidens. She calls from the tops of the heights of the city. Whoever is naive, there's a note there, or simple, let him turn in here. To he who lacks understanding, heart, come eat of my food and drink of the wine I have mixed. Forsake your folly and live, right? Simple ones. And proceed in the way of understanding. Right? Every chapter he starts with that, okay? Okay. He who corrects a scoffer gets dishonor for himself. He who reproves a wicked man gets insults for himself. He says a blemish. They hit you, right? Do not reprove a scoffer, he will hate you. Reprove a wise man, and he will love you, right? You can't talk to... You know the kind of people you just can't talk to. You can't tell them anything, okay? They're carrying signs that somebody else gave them. They could possibly even be getting paid by somebody who just wants to disrupt things. Reprove a wise man, and he will love you, right? You ever been doing something and you see some simple person go up, I know a trick, an easier way to do that, and he shows you this trick, and it's something you never would have thought of, and you're going, that's amazing, right? 9, give instruction to a wise man, and he will be still wiser. Teach a righteous man, and he will increase his learning, right? Wise people always want to learn. They're always willing to listen to anybody who has something to say, right? Hey, he said this in the first chapter, okay? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. Right. There's a note over here. He showeth that true understanding is to know the will of God in his word, which is meant by holy things, right? You get that by reading the Bible, right? Knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. That's what we're doing, right? Every single day. Right? Beginning of wisdom, and we said this in the very first chapter. Fear of the Lord. Following the Lord. Respecting, awe, wonder. For by me your days will be multiplied, and years of life will be added to you. Wisdom. If you are wise for yourself. And if you scoff, you alone will bear it. Okay? This is the key. This is a key verse in Proverbs, okay? A key verse. If you're wise for yourself, okay? We're not getting wise to show off. We're not getting wise to be prideful or conceited or arrogant. God hates those things, okay? Why am I doing this? To entertain you? No, I am doing this for myself, to get wise for myself, right? Making videos just keeps me studying the Word every day. That's a way I've found to study every day, is to make videos, right? It gives me a responsibility to open my Bible. But I'm doing it all for myself. Okay? There's a note over here. Thou shalt have the chief profit and commodity thereof, right? You are the one who will profit from your wisdom, not by giving it to somebody else, right? If you scoff, you alone will bear it or suffer. Okay. Now the opposite of wisdom, okay? There is an opposite of everything. The woman of folly or foolishness is boisterous. She is naive and knows nothing. She sits at the doorway of her house on a seat by the high places of the city, calling to those who pass by, who are making their path straight. Whoever is naive, simple, foolish, right? Let him turn in here. And to him who lacks understanding, she says, stolen water is sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he does not know that the dead are there, that her guests are in the depths of Sheol. Right. departed spirits. Right. So there you have it. You don't want to hang out there. You want to fear the Lord and get wisdom, right? So that's Proverbs 9. And I separated it into sections. It's not so much highlighting it, but separating it into sections. Okay. And this, you can read this at the beginning of first chapter, the second chapter, the third chapter. Okay. That's probably why it was easy to separate it into chapters, because it just, it's the same thing. Right? Everything she has is good. Okay. 7 and 8, he who corrects a scoffer gets dishonor for himself. He who reproves a wicked man gets insults or injury for himself. Stay away from those people. You can do them no good. They will not listen to you. Okay? They will not listen to anyone. Do not reprove a scoffer. He will hate you. They already hate you. Okay? So they love themselves and hate you. So just know that. Reprove a wise man, and he will love you. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be still wiser. Teach a righteous man, and he will increase his learning. Right? Everybody on earth knows something you don't know. Okay? You can learn something from every single person on earth. And be still wiser. Okay? Very important. Okay? Another key verse. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Okay? And knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. Right? And it says over here about knowledge of the Holy One being understanding, that true understanding is to know the will of God in His Word, which is meant by holy things. Right? Get into the Word of God. Okay? It's there for a reason. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Right? You got saved, you're fearing the Lord, you're following His path, you're well on your way. Right? And 12, key verse, if you are wise for yourself. And if you scoff, you alone will bear it. Right? Let's note over here. Thou shalt have the chief commodity, the chief profit and commodity thereof. Right? If you are wise, you will profit from being wise. You will be the chief prophet. The one who gets the most profit from it is you. Yeah. And then it talks about the woman of folly. Right? Because most people follow this one. Right? Unfortunately. So, there you go. That is Proverbs 9. Tomorrow we will look here. We will start the actual Proverbs of Solomon. Okay, and he starts out by contrasting the righteous and the wicked. Okay, and that's where it actually starts. Tomorrow is the Proverbs of Solomon. So we'll do that. Stay tuned later today. We are starting Matthew chapter 25, the first half of it, and are through the New Testament, and we're on day 40. So if you want to catch up on that, you could just read the first 24 chapters of Matthew. It'll take a couple hours, and then join us later on today. But until next time, we'll keep going. I'll see you then.